Hey, church, Pastor Josh here. What I want to do for you, and I'm going to try this for a little bit, is have a weekly update with you. And the idea is pretty simple. I think sometimes we, as a church, the staff kind of know what's going on, but you as members kind of feel a little disconnected from it. And so my hope with this is just that you take the chance to watch and you learn a little bit more about what's going on about Peace with Christ. If you ever have questions, let me know, and maybe we can include them in our next video. But a few things I want to update you on today is first PWC Next. You probably know that we did PWC Next. We had this huge campaign, huge focus for 3 months, and then it kind of it seemed like, I don't know, it just kind of went away. Well, it hasn't gone away. We're really happy that we've raised about $450,000, and our goal with that is to work to reach one more in Christ. And so what we hope to do with PWC Next is we hope to plant a worshiping community outside of ourselves, but also work on our ministry here. And some of that, maybe the most visible part of that is by working on our building. And so PWC Next at this moment has been a little bit like an iceberg. An iceberg, like 90% is under the water, 10% is above. Well, we've been kind of working on that 90% that's under the water. So you don't maybe see anything happening, but it does take a lot to move things forward sometimes at a church. And so right now we've been really focused on the right systems and getting the right people kind of to be involved on this. And so that we make the right decisions for our building, both now and into the future. And so the Worship Remodel Committee has been doing their thing. You'll be hearing more from them soon. But there's also another committee kind of working, and that is our PWC Next Building Committee. And they are working on really deciding how we're going to spend the money and what we're going to do inside the building. And so we're really excited about them being involved. That's Tracy Kirkite, Jeanette Ketcher, Sandy Peterson, Mike Farley, Brian Franzen, Kathy and JD Boy, and Cindy Sandell, and we're really excited about their leadership kind of with moving that project forward. The other thing I want to make sure you know about is a little bit about our staffing. And so you probably know we have an intern that we brought in. Maybe you saw Joe do the children's message and announcements. We're happy to have him on board. And the reality of it is Joe he's still learning about ministry. He's learning about what it means to be in full-time ministry. Him and his wife, Emily, are kind of feeling us out as a church as we're feeling them out. And the eventual goal, and again, we told you this before, but the eventual goal is that we kind of have someone, whether it's Joe or somebody else, but we have somebody in our youth ministry to lead that, and then that allows Donna to shift over into a new role that kind of she's excited about, that I think there's some excitement around the church. Ultimately, though, that decision will be up to you. We're going to request, once we're ready, that you call Donna into a new position of leadership here within the church, really to be working on a discipleship and family discipleship and kind of that avenue. But the thing is, we want to have the right person kind of on board for our youth ministry before we move to kind of call Donna into our new role. We don't want to leave a thriving youth ministry that's been a great ministry for 30 years. We don't want to leave it without good leadership. And so that's really our hope. And so Joe and Emily and our church is going to kind of see how that, how his skills meet what our needs are, and how they fit. And then we'll kind of make that decision on where to go forward with him and with our ministry. But you'll be hearing more about that. But just so you know, that's kind of where we're at. We're kind of just in this waiting stage to kind of just see where Joe's at. But at the same time, we get to bless him and encourage him in ministry as he figures out what it's about, whether that's for the benefit of our church here or the benefit of the kingdom somewhere else. We're just really blessed that we get this time to pour into Joe. And so, just keep that in your prayers. Just remember us kind of in that time as we're discerning, as you're discerning, as we're just kind of all praying about what God's going to do with the staffing here at Peace with Christ. And then the last thing is I'm just really excited about the future of Peace with Christ. One thing that excited me a lot on Sunday is that we had, I think it was 6 babies under 9 months here in worship on Sunday. Isn't that awesome? And that wasn't just like we had a lot of guests. Those are our people that were here. And it's just really exciting to see that. It's really exciting to see that we are a younger generation is here. Like my kids, it's weird. My kids aren't the youngest kids anymore at church, and isn't that's just so neat. And I'm excited about that. And on the other side, we've got a Noah group that's doing great things to work with older adults and serve them and love them. But I think God has a great history for peace. And so again, the value of this video, maybe it just seems like rambling, but the value of it is I'm going to tell you a few things that's going on every week. If you ever have questions or the things you want to know about, let me know. Maybe I can include them next week. And so thank you guys so much for taking the time to listen. God bless.